guys, Ralph here. Welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this terrific Tuesday here in Connecticut. Life's good, guys. Life is good. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear it. First time this year I've had the air conditioner on. Yeah, it's getting a little sticky around here. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. Tone and power must come first. The rest of it, it's all good, but must come first. Okay, speaking of must come first, let's hear my first notes of the day, and then we'll get to it. Anyhow, first notes of the day. Still got that scab there. It's still part of the equation, but it's fine. E flats above double C as big as a house. Go right down to the Hummel. Notes popping. Life's good. Anyway, guys, we have talked a lot about the way trumpet and the way we approach trumpet has changed since my formative years, back in the late 60s, early 70s. I mean, I just grew up admiring and studying with, sitting right next to powerhouses. Vacchiano, Mel Broyles, John Ware, Jerry, okay? And granted, in the words of the iconic Mel Broyles, Ace, we get paid the big bucks for playing high and loud. But sometimes you got to lay down your sword and dagger and caress the baby. Guys, we are paid to play high and loud. That's the guys with the best chops play first. Now, everything, the entire spectrum comes into it. High playing, low playing, pedal playing, fast playing, slow playing, lyrical. That's all part of it, but tone and power must come first. That's what Jerry taught. And granted, just like me, you draw people in with the high notes, but he did not. He's the first one was the first one to tell you. He does not necessarily teach high notes, nor do I. The tone and power comes first. How many times have I talked about the happy zone? Guys, that is where you learn how to play the trumpet. And that is where you learn how to become a great trumpet player. Centered, pure, brilliant, clean, and strong. With notes popping, tone and power must come first. And I hear so much gibberish on the internet. And I don't like to get negative and all this sort of stuff. But the internet, but there's several guys out there claiming to teach the Calet method with tones this big. Guys, that's not the Calet method. That is not the Calet method. Tone and power came first. Case closed. And once you get that, once you get the happy zone, then and only then does the range expand both ways, up as well as down. Jerry's single pedals and her double pedals were as big as a house, and his triple C's were as big as a house. Guys, but tone and power came first. And again, I don't mean to harp on it, but when guys, I stumbled across a new guy today, and I'm not going to use his name, that claims he's playing the Calet method. And to hear this tone, it's just not what Jerry was teaching. It just wasn't. I mean, he taught Guitarla, he taught Maurice Andre's son, he taught John Ware. Guys, this is not what I grew up on, and it's not what Jerry was teaching. Now, I know things have changed. Technology has taken a lot of that away from us. Why? Because you can have your tone that far from a microphone, and some genius from audio school, whatever, sitting back at this, $250,000 board and make you sound like Maurice Andre no matter what you're playing. Make you sound as big as a house. It's done all the time. I get it. And that kind of technology was not available back to Gazzo and the Trisari brothers. I'm going to do a video on that soon, guys. Check this out. The Trisari, Joe and Ray Trisari, legends of the LA studio scene and monster of monster players. Their nephew is a big follower of this channel. And we are going to get together, and I'm going to pick his brain about the Trisari brothers, because like a lot of guys from that eras, there's not a lot, unless you know exactly what you're looking for, and he has a lot of stuff about his brothers. And there's not a lot of stuff out there to, do an adequate job about their playing, but they were monsters. They were monsters. They're on Tootie's trumpets. Again, I get excited about stuff like this, and I get off on a tangent. But back to where we were. Guys, you start with tone and power. Okay? That is where your bread and butter is, and that is where you expand the range via Jerry's principles. Now, there's lots of different, Claude Gordon, guys, they don't accentuate this. It just isn't. You put your trumpet on, oh, Jesus, and scratch, air, that's all right? That's all right with everybody? Well, it's not all right with me. I mean, Mel Broyles used to always say, Ace, if you can't sell it, you probably shouldn't play it. He was talking about pedal tones. Now, I do believe that pedal tones served a different purpose. But this crapola that's going on out there, it has to start with the tone and power, as far as I'm concerned. And that is what I teach. That is what Jerry teaches. Every single lesson, yes, I take my students with fresh lips, and we push the envelope a little bit with the brain, with the range. But at the end of the day, the bulk of the lesson is in the happy zone. Clark, Arbin, listening to the notes pop, make sure they pop, fix it with spit buzzing, stop spit buzz reset. If they don't pop, throw in a little kettlebell. That is what Jerry taught. All right, guys, and that's what I teach too. So if that's not what you're into, find yourself another channel. Anyway, guys, you're the best. We'll talk again later, and eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Love you all.